Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. I know guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, nearly a week now I believe. I've been very sick to be honest for the past week, so I decided to just take a break. We've just been putting in a lot of work, making a lot of changes to for example to our Discord and stuff like that. But yeah, in today's lesson we are going to be discussing minor and major breaks of structure. We're also going to be discussing minor and major market structure. Okay, so really quickly guys, I want to let you know that this is probably going to be one of the last kind of more in detailed or more premium videos that I'm going to be releasing. Over the past year I've released so much free content, and I genuinely do believe that a lot of people that have watched pretty much all of my videos are at an incredible, okay, if not profitable already, but they should be at an incredible level as is. Okay, and I believe I've invested so much time and effort into producing free content where it comes to like the YouTube channel, the podcast, all of this, and I really want to start focusing on the group. So what we probably will be doing, this is the last month of it, but what we'll be doing from next year on is probably closing this group, and it won't just be anyone being able to just come into the group. There will have to be like some sort of screening process. You'll have to be kind of onboarded, see if you're fit for the group and all this, because we're really trying to take this to the next level. So it'll be a complete proper mentorship. So yeah, it's going to be totally different. The prices are going to skyrocket as well, because I believe that currently at the moment the prices, we're kind of undervaluing the service that we're giving, especially with how high quality the service is. So just wanted to let you guys know that this is probably going to be one of the last chances to get into this group, okay, with such ease and at such an affordable price, because things are going to change really quickly, because as I said, we're going to be doing a lot of different things very soon for the new year. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be crazy. One of the new things that we came up with is our resource channel. So everything that's paired with the like, we have basically resources, diagrams, everything paired with the course, and we're coming out with new content every single day to help you guys with your learning. But as I said, leave that aside. Today we're going to be discussing minor and major breaks of structure. So here is the diagram that I want to discuss. Okay, so as you guys can see, basically this only just shows right here the breaks of structure. Now what you guys can see from this diagram is we have a main trend, right? And the main trend is going down. This would be the higher time frame trend, and this would be the lower time frame trend, and this lower time frame trend is going up, and the higher time frame trend is going down. Now what this trend is simply, okay, just basically making a pullback on the higher time frame. Okay, so on the higher time frame, when you see a big move down and you see a pullback, well, this trend right here, if you zoom in, that's what's going on here, and then you get the real trend once again. So this is very important, because we'll be able to identify the difference between the standard brick structures and the minor brick structures. Okay, so when we take a look at the market here, okay, so when we take a look right here, I believe this is the wrong one, right there. Okay, so here we are. So when we take a look at this market, for example, okay, let's take a look at Euro USD. So from a higher time perspective, let's just go to the 8-hour, a sweet simple time frame that we can take a look at the higher time frame structure. Any structure realistically for USD in specific, from the weekly to daily to 12-hour, all leads to a downward, okay, bearish market structure, where the market is creating, okay, a lower low, it's pulling back, it's creating another lower low, it's pulling back, creating lower lows, pulling back. Whether it's a strong down move or a weak pullback, whatever it is, what we can see is that a new low is always being broken, okay, and we simply pulling back. We're not breaking above the previous high, and we're making a new low. We're pulling back, we're not breaking above the previous high, and we're making a new low. Okay, made a quick mistake there. Stop. Okay, so we can see right here that we have downward structure, but each time we make a move down, what can we see? We can see that we have a pullback. Okay, we can see that we have a pullback amidst this kind of move down. Okay, so in this example, let's take a look at, to be honest, randomly, it doesn't really matter. We can take a look at right here, for example. So if I use my replay tool just so I don't have to scroll back a lot, and I delete the drawing that we currently have, and let's drop down to like the 2-hour time frame so I can see more price action. What can I see right here? I can see that my major trend, okay, is to the downside. This is clear, okay? Wow, I'm really not good at using this tool, am I? My bad. I'm going to stop using this one and I'm just going to use this one instead. Okay, so you can see that our major trend is to the downside. It's very, very clear, right? But when we take a look at the pullback, we have a minor trend in here. And this minor trend is to the upside, okay? And we can see now what we have here is a push, a pullback, a break of structure, pullback, up, and this is kind of consolidating right here, okay? So this is what we have. So inside this major trend, we have a minor trend, okay? So in this scenario right here, the major breakage structure, the standard breakage structure would have been right here, because the standard breakage structure in this EURUSD scenario, for example, is the break of structures to the downside. So simply it would be, okay, simply it would be the break of this low is a break of structure. The break of this low is a break of structure. The break of this low is the break of structure. The break of this low is the break of structure. Okay? But let's maximize into here. And now we're looking at this portion of price action. When we look inside this portion of price action, we're seeing something like this instead print out. We're seeing a smaller uptrend. Okay? Within this big downtrend. Okay? See something like this. And then once we see this, we see another push down. And then we see another smaller uptrend. And we see another push down. Okay, so this is what we're kind of seeing right here. Okay. So the major breaker structure would be, because we are in a bear structure and we've clearly identified this on multiple different time frames, okay, especially on higher time frames, we can see that these are the major break structures for us. This one right here. Okay. And as well, this, if price comes up, if this high comes up above this high, then this is a major break structure. This one would be major break structure. So these swings right here, okay, we're looking at this high to this high to this low to this high, etc. These would be our major break structures. But when we take a look at the minor trend within this downward move, okay, within this huge down move, okay, we can see there's minor break structures occurring and a minor trend. So the minor break structure would be here, this break structure, and then this would be another break structure where price breaks above this high, breaks above this high, and breaks above this high, and then we get break structure to the downside. Okay, this would be our sub break structure, and this could be considered as well basically your chalk. Basically the first break structure, basically where you're seeing the change of character occur. Okay, so this is the first break structure within this minor trend that you have right here. Okay, so when we take a look at it from this example, we simply, let me just get rid of the replay right here. I just want any bit of price action to print out because this is evident everywhere. Okay, now you can see it's not as clean obviously as a diagram. The diagram's obviously going to be cleaner, but it's the exact same thing where you have the clear structure is to the downside. So this would be a major break structure. Like this is just a standard break structure where we see the break structure, and then I see another break structure, and this is to the downside. But when I see so much break of structure that I'm even tripping. So when we see break structure to the upside though, then we consider these the minor break structure for us. Okay, so right here this would be minor break structure, and now we see another pullback, another break, another pullback, another break, and now we see the chalk. Okay, and another pullback, and now we see down, and this is a standard break structure for us. Okay, so basically what we can see is inside the standard, okay, inside the major trend, we can find minor trends. Okay, and obviously how a lot of people would ask, like, how do we predict where this minor trend will react from? Well, we mark out simply our like supply zones, okay, for the sells, and we mark out the demand zones for our buys. Okay, not necessarily price will come and react to them, but this is the area where we will be looking at. Okay, obviously you'd be looking at like imbalances as well, for example, etc, etc. But that's usually what you'd be looking for. So like, for example, in this move down, we can see the minor, basically we can see the major structure right here, and it comes and it makes another move and it pulls back again. It's small pull, but still a pullback. And we can see another one. And now we see this minor trend. So overall, I need to see a break above here to kind of switch to like to bullish structure. Okay, I need to see some sort of change of character on the 2 hour, but I don't get that. As long as I stay below this supply and I don't break this high, then this is a minor trend for me. And anything, okay, anything in this trend is simply minor. So it'd be minor break structure for me. So I look at the replay and I break it into the 15-minute time frame where I can see the structure clearly. I can see that this, even though it looks bullish here, I would only be looking to buy on a 15-minute time frame. I would then stop looking to buy once I reach the higher time frame supply zone, which will be here. So once I start reaching my higher time frame supply zone, then I stop looking for buys. So I can look for buys once I see the break of structure. So from around here to there, I'm allowed buy. This is kind of the margin that I have for buys. As I reach the supply up here, then I stop looking for buys, and now I'm looking for the major trend sells. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense. So basically all the moves, okay, all the max structure that's occurring right here is simply minor structure. Okay, this is all minor structure. Doesn't mean that it's not tradable, but remember, this is just a minor position that you're taking in order to get into the longer term major position up here, which is the selling from this supply. So this break structure and this basically a higher high pullback, higher high pullback, higher high pullback, just minor structure until you reach the supply zone here. Okay, and then you look for the major move down, which you should be seeing. Okay, so then you look for the major move down, and then boom, and then you get the chuck right here, the change of character. Okay, and now we continue selling off, and we continue making the standard breaks of structure. Okay, so in this scenario right here, this would simply just be the standard break structure for me as I break this low. Okay, because this is the low, that's the pullback, that's the move down. This is the low created, that's the pullback. So once I get below this low, then this is another low created, and now I look for another pullback, and I see another low, etc. But inside obviously these pullbacks, there's other minor structure that you can trade. Once you understand this, no matter what strategy you're trading, it doesn't even have, like, this is not just smart money specific. It's simple market structure, simple price action. Once you understand this, you can really take your trading to the next level. So this is it pretty much for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys understand more about minor and major break structure and market structure. It's very important to understand this. As I said, guys, once again, the content I'm going to be posting on the YouTube channel is really going to decrease. The consistency, I've been posting so much, and I feel like I've just not been given enough time into the premium group. Call it whatever, guys, but as I said, I only have 24 hours in a day, and I need to know, I need to make sure the priorities are right. As I said, the other video is still going to be up there, so hopefully you guys can appreciate that. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day.